Salute. What's going on? How you doing? What's going on? Peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Know that you're in a space of masters, of queens and queen comrades. Know that you're in a space of love. You're in a space of elevation, a space of encouragement. You're in a space where you belong, a space where you are encouraged. To live out your potential to be greater every minute that passes. You're in our space, a space where we are working on what? On a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Hashtags, green screens, apps with cash, pals that pay, grams with money, unions that are Westing. Yeah, goddammit. Red cups, blue cups, teacups, whatever this stuff is here, some type of smoothie cup, jingle bells, goddammit, red barrels, collection plates, pasta, pockets, okay, ties, all that, damn it, jingle bells. The Hummer Fund. It's a war going on outside. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until you are grabbed up by the collar and the wrist by law enforcement. Officer, wait a minute. Let me explain. It's too late. Don't wait until HR gives you that pink slip. Cause damn it, then you can't pay for sessions. You can't pay for nothing. Then I can't even be your lawyer, your researcher. It's too late. Book an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Stop sending each other outside with broken wrists, arm slings, goddammit, boots on your ankle, busted eyes and lips and all that. Huh? Cut it out. Get yourselves together. Stop being highly recognizable by your local precinct because y'all can't get it right. Okay? Listen, if you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse counseling or consultation, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you. Okay? Characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness. Yeah, past traumas, conversations, people, situations that should have your alertness levels on 1,000. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. What it do? Yeah, this isn't even for me. I'm telling you right now, this isn't for you. I'm telling you right now, this just has to be done because I don't know what the hell I was talking about last night. I'm telling you right now. So y'all could watch the damn replay, but this is a do-over. I gotta make sure that class was on point because I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I'm telling you right now, my ass was tired. Okay? Tired. Okay? Yeah. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's for y'all. Listen, Who we got to tag? We got to tag All Urban Fashion. I remember that. We got to tag All Urban Fashion. I remember that. Fubu, Rockaware, Carl Kanai, cross colors and all that nasty shit. Yeah, I remember that. And I'm trying to figure out who is the guy in that vid that y'all sent me. So if y'all know him, tag him. Tag the video, tag him. Tell him to bring his ass to class. Bojangles, bring y'all ass to class. Not to blame y'all, but hey, something happened. Tag Bojangles, Cinnabon, tag y'all ass. Come on, bring y'all ass to class. Yes. Cinnabon and the Karim, bring y'all ass to class. Okay, yeah, tag them. Tag them. And tag yourselves. Tag yourselves. We in class. We crept up on people. I want to show y'all how it look when I don't take my time, 30 minutes usually, and personally invite everybody. DMs, messengers, Twitters, all that, myself. People, we sleep on the notifications or they don't get the notification, but I'm going to show you how light class is when I don't have the opportunity or the time to do it. And we really don't have much time because I got to make a run. As you can see, I'm still in gym wear. Okay? Okay? So I appreciate y'all for being here. I love my class. Okay, let's get to it. Let's see who's here. Who is that? VA Velour? You 55. How you first in class? 55. 55 for VA Velour. First in class, you got 55. Hood Center highlights. What's going on? Philip Boone. We see you. That's 1, 2, 3 up in the building. Daryl, what up, Daryl? Mark Hines, what up? Tierra the Young in South Jersey in the space. What up? Marcus. God damn it, Marcus, what up? We see you. Who's Heck? Okay, Heck, nah, what up? We see you. Think for yourself. What up? Peace. Boy, CA 215. Philly in the building. Philly always in here. Whenever I come on, Philly up in the spotty spot. Philly love me. I got to take my ass out to Philly. I'm going to do a damn live on the streets of Philly. Straight up. Paul. What up, Paul? We see you. What's going on? Uh-oh. Mr. Strictly Gang. LA in the building. I'm going to get to LA too. I'm going to definitely see other people like to go cross borders, go over here, go over there. Nah, man. I want to go to where my people at. Every hood in this country. And trust, I always wanted to get to LA and Oakland. I'm getting out there. Trust. Charles, what up? Neef Buck, what up? See, Philly in the building. Philly in the building. When y'all gonna bring Beans to class? When y'all gonna bring some of the Philly dudes to class? Huh? Fuddy, what up? Salute. Ooh, CB Brooklyn, what up? G.L.E. Kim, the first responders, Canada's in the building. Damn it, Dimple's in the building, y'all. Listen, Dimples. I better check her out, y'all. I'm telling you. What's going on? Goddamn Cleveland. Boy, Cleveland, what's going on? Salute. Much appreciation for the war effort. What up, Cleveland? Yeah, I gotta come to class this early to get you up in the building. Yeah. Up pop opinions. What up? Vitamin Vision. Yeah, you another one. Let me get you. Sham-Allah, peace. What up? Peace, Sham. Boy, for much appreciation. What's going on? Yeah, Michael. Hey, yeah. Stephen Gill, too. see, Blazing Sniper. Sniper's up in the building. J5, what up? We see you. Who that? Yeah, I've got the Grambling on, but who that? Alan Gordon. God damn it, you got 55, Alan Gordon. 55, you ain't been to class about 80 years. God damn it, let's go. Ooh-wee. Mr. Mac, what up? Who has sent the highlights? What up? Beats, what up? Yeah, it's a redo, damn it. Late Charles, what up? Ooh-wee. God damn it, Super Chubb, what up? We see you. Hold on, man. Slow the chat down, damn it. Patrick, what up? Huh? Barbara Williams, 55, Barbara Williams. 55 for Barbara Williams. Yeah, yeah. Coming up in here. Uh-huh. Who that? Miss Sunshine, what up? We see you, mister. What up? God damn it, yeah. Yeah. Vet, what up, Vet? Let's go. First and foremost, I wasn't that sleepy. G-Man, what up? I wasn't that sleepy. Jonathan Kidd, what up? Peace. Wasn't that sleepy. Okay? I wasn't that sleepy. Okay? First and foremost, we let it off with rest in eternal peace to Fly Ty Williams. Fly Ty Williams. Pioneering executive. One of the most knowledgeable architects of the hip-hop culture early on. Okay? When you get a chance, go and watch some of his recent interviews. Again, as I said last night, when some of these individuals just pop up in our timelines, for no reason, we just start seeing them. They start going viral. You start seeing, and they start dropping a little science. I'm always leery. Because I'm like, damn, why all of a sudden? And then next thing you know, they transition. So we send the Williams family universal strength and grace, okay, as they go through the grieving process. We also send universal grace and strength and healing to the Juice Crew, to Marley Marl, to Roxanne Shante, to MC Shan, okay? The Big Daddy Kane, the Cool V, okay? To Craig G, to Master Ace, okay? To all those out there in Queens, right? That I'm telling you, they sitting with heavy hearts. So we, this class, as we always do, we send our deepest condolences. May the universe, grace them with strength during this time. And like I said, man, when I'm not talking about the MC. I'm not talking about a dancer. I'm talking about somebody, a melanated man early on who knew that he was in a space to be an executive, to be an architect, to figure out what was going on in the business of music and take what he could and put it in with the culture of hip hop so you can get something from it. Okay? Very instrumental in independent music entity. And that set the path for people to come after him. Mind you, he may not get the credit of a Russell. You understand? Of a Andre. But trust, his knowledge and his impact, when you do the research, man, you cannot, what Fly Ty Williams has done for hip hop. True hip hop. Not commercialized rap, but true hip hop. From the creation, from vinyl, from cassette days to CDs, to how it's pushed on the airwaves, on radio, and eventually on television, which is why him and Ralph McDaniels, VJ Ralph McDaniels, were so tight. These are individuals who, because of their independence, because they refuse to be in the space of Grippergate, won't be acknowledged through the old-fay industry, through what we know as the bagel micers and the bankers. They'll try to wipe them off the historical map of where we at with it today. Okay, very important individual. Matter of fact, I just watched a recent interview he did, man, that blew my mind on how he spoke about the bagel micers being right there in the mix of all of this. So you have to kind of give a little bit of grace when you're speaking of culture vultures and institutions such as ours. Because like I told y'all before, from what I remember, this was a multi-ethnic effort. They may not have been able to dance. They may not have been able to spit. They may not have had our energy and our posture, but the business aspect was always theirs. We didn't create the music industry. So when you talk about moguls and bosses and people who saying they did this and they did that and they're self-made, they didn't create this shit. They didn't create publishing companies. They didn't create distribution. They didn't create none of this shit that we utilize to expose the culture to the world. And a lot of them was very solid in how they allowed specific creative control and not toy with what hip-hop was. So we'll get deep. We'll build on that another time. You understand? So again, rest in peace to Fly Ty Williams. Okay, then I wasn't sure where I went, but I'm going to always deal with what's most important to my mission and my task, which is anger management, anti-unnecessary gun violence, right? And us just understanding how the world is moving right now. And when I say the world, I'm talking about the people of the world, because animals and other creatures don't have this problem. We're the only ones with some type of intellect that many of us don't use. Okay? So, of course, this next portion of class, very dear. Very, very dear to me. Being a girl dad, especially coming from a space where I never thought, man, trust me, was always a domestic individual. Being a only child for some years, and then, being blessed with a little sister. I'm the oldest. You understand? And there was absolutely no way that I wasn't going to be a domestic individual as far as a household, right? Cleaning house, washing dishes, knowing how to cook, wash, dry, fold, press clothes, pressing my father's white shirts and tees when he's going to political meetings and things of that nature, making sure I had the majority of the chores for many years. So I've always been that type of individual. In the street, it was a totally different thing. So I never pictured myself being in this setting. Never. Never. Family, kids, and shit. Dad shit. Hey, come on, man. Not me. Not me. Okay? Yup. Hemming pants, all that. Listen, shining shoes. I did all that shit. Everything, you name it, did it. You understand? Sewing, all everything, man. It's just something we did. We were children who had to do everything. We had a bike. We had to know how to fix a flat and all that shit. Knew how to fix the chain. Shine your father's shoes. You know what I'm saying? To perfection. We just did everything. Go to the damn laundry. You got the shopping cart. You better not miss that damn rinse cycle with the fabric softener, the this, the that, the damn it. We just had to do it. We're in a space now where our children and many of us don't have to do it. But to each his own, and whatever your situation is, I didn't see me doing that. I didn't see it, right? I didn't see this part here. So when my mom's transition, when she was leaving this space, I always thought, I was like, damn, I can't move without moms. I said it, even behind the wall, when she was first getting severely ill. You got to buck up. You understand? I had already lost my paternal grandmother, right? My father's mother, and I had to come down in shackles for that funeral. Wasn't, man, you sit in a space where you be like, well, I can't do it without moms. So when she transitioned, my daughter was on the way. My mom's transitioned May 4th. My mother's birthday is June 9th. My daughter arrived June 5th. So it's there. It's in my face, the grieving, no time. In all reality, that's just how things work. You here. Universe said, no, you don't have time for it. Here's this little girl. Little girl, Gemini, and that infant face looking just like mom's. So when you want to fold, when I wanted to have these moments, couldn't do it. Mind you, I was just touching the town. Let me be specific. I was about, man, a year, coming on a year of just doing a dime. The transitions and the things that I had to set pace for was man, boom, boom, boom. Just had to do it. However, I prepared myself before being released. This is what I always tell individuals. Before you touch the town, you got to be ready. Because it's never the same. I don't care if you do 6 years. I don't care if you do 16 years. It's, man, you could do 6 months and they change like this. So you have to be prepared in order to never go back. And as you see, I never went back. However, the girl dad space is different. I'm talking about being the primary stay-at-home parent, which means this is it. I'm in it. Formula, walks, parks, being the only melanated man in the park with all these other kids and all these little old fake women here and there, or whether I'm in the hood, all the little women, I'm dad. Raising, we talking tennis, we talking dance school. Damn, a dance mom, nigga, dance dad. I'm in the mix. PTAs, all that. So when you bringing this person up, this little lady, you raising them up, you have a different connection. And when you are, a person who, a man who always acknowledges the women because of, again, how I was raised, the information, the way I look at it, and saying, yeah, we need these women. The love and the respect that I have for women, it pales in comparison. I'm telling you, and you can see, there are men who I am close with, my crimies, co-defendants, people I've built with, who I've worked with, but I don't mess with a lot of dudes. I don't. I'm not that guy. I'm not. No. Because I'll pop your head off. That's just how I am. Women have never been in a space where I had to be leery of them. So in raising this little girl, it's just different. When you in it, it's different. You have to be sensitive to certain needs. And when I saw the video and I read this Bojangles incident, man, a lot went through my mind. So let me go to the notes. All right? Maurice Nolan Evans of Forest Park was arrested on Sunday and booked into the Fulton County Jail. He has been charged with aggravated assault, murder, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. On Monday morning, he waived his first court appearance, right? I mean, he ain't show. So, the incident sparked from an argument from what they're saying and what they know. Now, again, we don't know. I don't know. We don't know. Okay? We really don't. Maybe a week or two, maybe a month down the line, we'll get into the real meat of it. But a lot of things could have went on here. Okay? Palmetto Police said officers was called around 1:15 to the restaurant on Roosevelt Highway after reports of a clapping that appeared to follow a fight between two men. Family members identified the victim as Dominique Goodman, a top salesman at Honda South, who they say had worked there for 3 years. A friend described him as a good man whose life was moving in the right direction. Whatever that statement meant. Okay? It's very easy to get triggered, especially fathers of daughters, when we looking at something. Again, try to go to different articles and read different language in it, and then look at pictures. I've seen pictures of Pop, of Mr. Goodman. Okay? Relatives told the news that Goodman went to the restaurant because his daughter worked there and had called him saying her shift manager had been picking on her. The family said the manager was sent home but stayed in the parking lot. When Goodman arrived, they said he tried to talk to the manager, but the man got out of the car and shot him multiple times. All right, we're gonna hold that with what they said. Now, again, I've been in situations. My daughter has worked in her young life in several different locations, several different type of businesses, and it's not always pleasant. When they got their first jobs and things like that, it's not like us. Okay, my daughter's first gigs was when she got to college. I'm trying to think, did she work in high school? I'm not sure, but I know I did. My first gig, I was in 11th grade. I was already a messenger. It's different now. Some of them, their first gigs is in college. Some of them don't get a first gig until after they graduate. So learning how to navigate these spaces with difficult people, with people who are older and have to work in these spaces, or again, this is out of town. Out of town spaces are different. Very different. People, grown people are doing 20, 25 years in spots like Bojangles. So it's a very different take when you have to come to a workspace and people aren't pleasant or picking on you. And it can get out of hand. However, as parents, we have to know that these are adult situations and they're going to have to learn how to go through it. That's why they have the HR. They have to, maybe request changes of shifts, anything. However, what we don't know is if this is something that could have stemmed from outside of work environment. We don't know if these two entities knew of each other or know each other outside and it's carried into the works. It's a lot we don't know. Okay? So now people saying the confrontation One of the witnesses said the confrontation could have been handled differently. Instead of approaching in car, I would have asked for a meeting, right? He added that the world feels increasingly volatile, and it's true. We watching the boy Luigi, right? He had a gripe with insurance in this country, and what, he went and popped the CEO, popped him. Don't know if they had history, but he popped him, pushed him. You understand? You get what I'm saying? Pushed him. Now, whatever the situation was, we all have decisions to make. And I tell you that in anger management all the time. We have to assess situations. Because, as I'm going to always say, and I know I said it last night, we don't have a monopoly on violence. Nobody does. If you can give it, you can get it. If you can give violence, you can get violence. Nobody has a monopoly on it, and you don't know when you're not going to be on the winning end. You could be on the receiving end, which is why I say you must use discretion when you're ready to go to that level. Now, I don't know if Mr. Goodman went to his daughter's aid in a space to exercise violence, or, right, he went there aggressively. We don't know. Up until this point, we don't know. But we do know is that his child was involved. So that's a trigger for many parents, because we as parents believe that we supposed to be the ultimate saviors, the ultimate protectors. Don't nobody do nothing to my kids. Right? Merge, much appreciation for the super chat. We run with that, and that is the thought. This is why I say in anger management, thinking, belief, perceptions. Some people have ground, sturdy, grassroots belief that anything that has to do with their children, they own it. Now that could be your belief, but that doesn't mean the world revolves around it. Get what I'm saying? So now the daughter calls the father. I'm at work. Dude is picking on me. This is going on. I've even seen situations what most of us as men have zero tolerance over. SA, right? Allegation at work. You know, things where it gets a little off, and us as men will have to make a decision to step in and intervene. However, all in how you do it. Some may confront it right there in there. Others, you may have to get on some stealth type situations and handle it extreme in other ways. But when you are in that energy and you don't know what's going on, it's always best to be cautious. So now he goes to his daughter's job. Whatever transpired in the Bojangles, they sent the manager dude home. So they thought. Was he aware that she called her dad? And if so, why would somebody that you just work with, okay, so angry and disturbed that you called your father that he's going to wait? Was he waiting for her to get off work? And would those shots have been for her? It's a lot with it. So now instead of dad, and again, we don't know if dad went straight to the daughter and then got her out and walked and drove and whatever and got home safe. whatever the situation was, him and this off his rocker young man, Mr. Maurice Nolan Evans, got into it, a confrontation, an argument, or all-out fight, to which this young man, 25 years old, unalived the father. Okay? Now, witnesses are saying things got out of hand so fast. This one said, I was so shocked at how quickly things escalated and ended somebody's life. They said the incident serves as a reminder for people to slow down before reacting. If people don't just jump to conclusions, things could be safer. But if we just go off instinct, I feel this way, that is a recipe for a lot of bad things to happen. Again, there's a lot of language in there that I use in my sessions. Instinct. It is an instinct to protect your young, right? That's a natural behavior. However, it is also instinctual for people not to recognize when they're triggered. And for the father, and I'm telling you as a dad, to believe that your daughter is in harm's way, you're going to move without rational thinking all the time. It happens. It's natural. Anger management does not get rid of that. Anger management puts you in a space where you can think and operate even in that type of energy. Because there's many ways to make sure that your child, or him in this instance, that his daughter was safe. Many ways. The daughter could have waited till police came if that was, a sign of heightened danger. It's a lot of different ways. She could have stayed inside. The father could have, went straight to her. It's just a lot. But when you dealing with instinct, and instinct is a behavior of animals, animalistic, right? The lion is hungry. He sees something that's a meal, he eats it. That's instinct. Okay? We don't just do that. That's what separates us from them. You hungry, you have a choice. I could open up a can of tuna, or I could walk my ass to the damn bodega, get a chop chicken and cheese. You could do all types. Yeah, hungry instinct, but you don't move on that. You understand? So the father, and I'm not saying that this is what happened, that he went there looking for a violent confrontation, looking to put hands on this young man. Not saying that. But so far in what we're given through the information, that it could have been handled differently, okay? Police are saying when the manager was sent home, when Evans was sent home, he waited for a whole hour in the parking lot for Goodman, which is leading me to believe that they had to have some type of acquaintance or something outside of work. Something for him to wait that long. When Goodman arrived, police say that's when Evans clapped him. The arrest warrant indicates Evans confessed to the clapping. Okay? And now we have a daughter traumatized. Little Frankie, what's up? East New York in the building. Marshy, what's going on? You understand? We have this incident. that has a daughter traumatized and a family burying a father for something that I know for an absolute fact could have been handled different. I know for a fact. We are in a space now, not only as people, but as community, as melanated people. We don't handle these confrontations the way we should. We don't. Workplace, we're talking about working. We're talking about in a space where we are putting our energy, our labor in for corporations. And I've seen people do some weird shit for these corporations. I've seen people get positioned and act crazy for these corporations. I've seen it at every level, whether it's working in fast food, whether it's working in retail, whether it's working in schools or law enforcement. I see people do weird shit based on a perception of giving authority, a perception of what do we want to call it? Gender biases and generational biases. I've seen a lot. And until we deal with the fact that we are people who have dealt with the trauma of enslavement, of miseducation, of poverty, right? Of cosplaying, of a whole lot of shit that's been thrown our way. If we don't address these needs in our imbalanced behavior, man, this type of tragedy going to keep happening over and over again. If you haven't booked an assessment for anger management, please, man. If you already up under the wing and you haven't had your sessions in a minute, get it in. Because at any given time, you're triggered, it could go left. Because you're not thinking. I told you, anger and rage causes a chemical in your brain to turn off rational thinking. Absolute scientific fact. Absolute scientific fact. Which is why they used to give Mike Tyson all type of dope and bullshit when they wanted him to lose. It took away that rage. It took away that anger. It took away that aggressive nature that they built up in him for years to be that machine, that destroying machine. Because you're not thinking. And sometimes in that ring, they need him not to think. So when they wanted him to lose, they hit him up with that shit. Now, there are ways for you to calm that beast through anger management. You dig? Now, when you're talking about a girl, dad, depending on how an individual feels about that child, feels about women, processing all the shit that's going on in the world when it comes to black women and kids, and you seeing reliving images of what's the child name, Janika, and the all this other shit, the girl that beat down in Cancun, and you just thinking, yo, it ain't gonna happen to mine. Instant trigger, daddy. He said this and that, and daddy, I don't. And he's talking, and I don't know. I don't want to be here. Dad, can you come get me? Woo! Man, you need to be able to think. You need 5 to 10 seconds to think, to process. Have to. If not, this is what we're going through. This is what we have to deal with. Okay? So again, we don't know A lot of layers. A lot of layers. But we do know this young man is going to jail. We know they're getting ready to bury his father. And we don't know what this young sister is going to live with. All right? Yeah, it gets deep, man. It gets deep. It gets deep. And again, I had to redo this class because I was out of my mind last night. And I'll tell you, sometimes I'm telling you, I'm up 5:36 in the morning. Sometimes by the time I sit to class at 11 p.m., that's the first time I done sat down all day. After the gym and all that other shit. Okay? Cooking dinner, laundry yesterday. I was out of my mind. I don't know what the hell I said last night. I'm just going through it. I don't know if it was a war effort or nothing. I'm just zoning because I wanted to get the information to you. Now, next up. Here we go. Karen time. Oh, yeah. And I don't know if I did this justice, but I'm going to do it some justice today. We got Karen acting up. And again, I know that I see certain things, maybe others don't, but I'm telling you, white folk are using this, especially these Karens who are smartening up a little bit as ways to retire, ways to, live off of their people without being a pastor of poverty, because white folk don't have nothing. When they out of the element, when they toe up, they toe up. I don't know why y'all think every white person is privileged. They are on welfare and have been more than us since the inception of it. So they broke and they are looking for ways to eat, which is why they are now taking hip hop culture, taking music and videos and putting it on they shit. And y'all dumbasses is watching it, thinking it's cute, inviting them to the barbecue and all that other slang terminology. They getting 100,000 views and all type of shit that the damn artists can't get if they started a live or put out a piece of content. Y'all letting these people rock. I see it on TikTok all the time. I see it coming through Instagram. Like, y'all think this is funny? Because these stupid ass old fays with no rhythm is dancing to hip hop, making little videos and all, and y'all helping them push it and share. Every time you view it or share it, they get that. They get the resource that you can't get because they get their community and you. You can't get in their community unless you are sanctioned. And that's going to be tonight's class because I see a lot of dudes that y'all share their videos with me, and I told you that they are getting pushed. Now they on Breakfast Club. Now these other dudes is being exposed for signing with the bankers, right? And the Bagel Meisters as agents and all this other weird shit. That's why they super viral, but y'all believe their information is better than what I'm doing. And I keep telling you, I'm never going to fold for that shit. I'm not buying into that bullshit. You're not going to see no extra pretty graphics and no settings and all that other weird shit that I keep telling y'all. They're not there to give you anything that's going to encourage you towards liberation. They're not doing it. I have not seen anyone yet. So here we go with this Karen and this viral video of a Cinnabon employee. And man, I see this is a play from the rip. From the rip. From the rip. I seen that shit. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What? What's going on here? This is a play. This is a play. Let's go. Online donations for a woman who was fired from a Cinnabon location in Wisconsin after a viral video showed her harassing a Somali couple with racist comments have topped $100,000. $100,000. $100,000. This broad was twisted, working in Cinnabon. And Tierra, the youngin', hey Tierra the youngin', actually found this woman's a page on IG, her initial page. She don't even have 1,500 followers. Corny ass, dirty, dusty little musty box Karen is up. Now she up because she saw the play. She heard what was going on. She knows that people come to Karen rescue just because of her skin. Okay? She knows that. And now somebody, not her, others, created a GoFundMe and she up 100,000. Crystal Wilsey was fired from her job at a Cinnabon location in Wisconsin. Ashwaubenon, whatever the hell, however you pronounce it. Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin. Over the weekend, after a video showing her repeating racial slurs and admitting to being racist went viral on social media. As of Monday, a Give, Send, Go fundraiser aimed at making sure Wilsey lands on her feet stood at $100,697. Today, as of this time, is 1:40 in the PM Eastern Standard Time. That shit is probably at $130,000. And Bliz I have never sat in this space and shit and made $1,000 in a week. Never seen $1,000 off of YouTube in a month. How you like that shit? But the people you follow and the ones you consistently give to, them dudes are still getting 15, 20,000 a month off of YouTube. Easy. Your man, the Thigh Master from the Bronx, at one point was getting 60,000 a month. Off of YouTube. Yeah. But again, okay, check this out. Newsweek has contacted Wilsey for comment through messages on social media sent outside of regular business hours. Give, Send, Go has been contacted as well for comment through the website, and nobody has returned their answers. Tierra found her immediate page right there. Okay? So this Karen seen a play. She's seen these people. She assumed that they were Somali. They're in the area, so I guess they know who lives in Wisconsin, know what was going on politically, and said, oh, I'm out of here. They got their phones out. If I stick my middle fingers up, if I call them niggers and they have no choice. And these people bit. Oh, you're caught. And they recorded her. Okay. And she was fired. And she said she didn't care. And who? White supremacists came to her rescue. Never mind that, for all we know, she's not really a racist. I guarantee you, at some point, if we was to do some digging, right? Because Tierra, the page that you found, didn't have many pictures. She could have wiped her page. I know about Wisconsin and my projects and Cuckoo Cows and all. I know the Midwest. There's a lot of swirling going on. I wouldn't be surprised if some ex-boyfriend popped out in all his dark-skinned gander and been deep in her. But the white supremacists going to bite. The institutions that are trying to prove that they can sit there and fund Karens to make sure she good, because if she get a fraction off of whatever they get, 100,000s and all that, if she gets 75,000, she wouldn't have made that in no Cinnabon. in 3 years. Okay? Wouldn't have got it. Okay, so now let's continue. The incident comes after recent attacks on the Somali community from President Donald Trump and administration officials. His comments have raised concerns about discrimination against Somali Americans, especially as federal authorities are reportedly preparing a targeted immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota that would focus primarily on Somali immigrants living unlawfully in the United States, and she jumped on it. She was like, hold on. I could get some bread out of this. I could get some bread out of this. I know they're not black, so why would I call them the N-word? You understand? Why would she call them niggers? They don't identify as black. They don't identify as black. But Karen is sharp. And she's seen other Karens go viral and get funds. So she just came up. She just came up because whoever put the page together for her, they got to give it to her. Once they reach their goal, they have to give it to her or the fund me goes back. So now if you really want to do your homework, you could actually go to the GoFundMe or whatever the hell they call it, the Give, Send, Go, and see who donates it, who donated to it, okay? Now you know how I know that she put this play together and many other white women are going to start putting these plays together, which is why I tell you I don't get triggered when they talk that N-word and all that other weird shit. Ignore their ass. If they act stupid and transgress, put them on their back pocket. However, they can say whatever slick shit they want. Don't you get caught up in the play. Because you ain't getting no bread when the shit go viral. You understand? They gonna eat off of you again. You looking crazy because you done tapped their jaw. You done wrestled them down on the floor. You done fired them. You done kicked. You done did all this other wild shit. You get kicked out. You lose your job. You lose the respect. You get clowned and trolled on social media. And this Ofe get a bag. Okay? What up, Brixton, London in the building? We see you, face. What up? Salute, salute. Fund the war effort. You dig? Now let's continue. They are reminiscent of the messages posted on a fundraising page on the Christian crowdfunding platform for a Minnesota woman who was filmed calling a black child an N-word earlier this year. Give, Send, Go later restricted comments on that particular fundraiser. So they know what they're doing. I'm telling you. Social media and technology, okay, is making sure they get paper off us. Just like with the music, just like with the record business, just like with Hollywood. They're going to get theirs. You may not get yours. I told you about them A-list Hollywood actresses and shit getting Oscars and all that. They don't get no bread. Everybody gets paid making a movie before any of the actresses. You got key grips with unions. You got stunt people. You got all type of lighting and all. They get their bread right then and there, working on the set. This actress or actor got to go get their grippers bust down on some casting couch to get some bread. And even then, they got to fight for it. They got to wait 8, 9 months to after all of the receipts come from the TV show or the movie. So they done got their grippers bust open. Lube or no lube, just to be on TV or on a big screen. That's what it is. That's why I tell y'all, what are you doing? You worrying about these institutions and systems. Fuck out of, get out of here. Don't let them use you or use us as a resource to enrich their pockets. Come on now. Let's go. The Give, Send, Go page was set up by a person identified as Tom Hennessy. And he describes Wilsey as a hard-working white mom doing her job at Cinnabon. That description is going to trigger white folk to come out their pocket. Some of them we seeing over $100,000. Some of them may have just given $2 or $3. Again, I was on here talking about a buck and a share. Buck and a share. Never made more than $50 on a buck and a share. Ever. To help people in my community. Never. Now, don't get me wrong. I have some very, very, very solid people who fund the war effort. I got people who fund the war effort every day. So y'all know I'm not talking to y'all. And I got some people that do it heavy, which allowed me to go in the community and this shit. I'm getting ready to do the hat and the scarves again. I'm getting ready to do the clothes again. I'm getting ready to do the coats again. You understand? But I'm saying as far as the social media aesthetic, I could have 1,000 people on a live and not get a buck and a share from not even 1/10 of that. So I know what these old fays are doing. Because you could look, you can go to GoFundMe and see who donated, how much they donated, and you see it. And black folk won't do it unless you playing grab ass with your nuts or something. Or playing some stupid ass dance challenge or some weird shit. Which is why we fall last. Because you'll go and say if a dude say he's going to start a school or a museum or, I don't care what it is. He may have to do some other dumb shit that don't have nothing to do with liberation. Okay? And because he got on a dashiki and a fez or some lip gloss on, people give him the world. Until the old face say, okay, we sick of you. Here's the video of you chasing down little boys' butts. And then y'all be finished with them. But until then, y'all give everything to these clowns. Okay? Now, this is a hard-working white mom doing her job at Cinnabon. This is what he did. Then he added, 2 Somali customers decided to make her shift hell with intimidation. How? By just coming in there, in her white space. Instead of banning the offenders and backing their employee, Cinnabon fires Crystal to keep their nuns happy. Okay? We're not letting this slide. Funds go to making sure Crystal lands on her feet after this betrayal. No white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalis. No video of her being harassed by Somalis. But listen, they're not even talking about a school. They're not even talking about a museum and all the other shit that blacks get scammed for. They're not talking about what did that pastor say? Some type of cathedral or some shit he was putting on in church, and he told that woman, this ain't $2,000. They not even, this white man said, yo, listen, we just want to make sure she gets on her feet. So she could be smoking meth. She could be some type of, like the movie Casino. She could be some type of too-bit streetwalker. And giving it to some meth head pimp. They don't care. We gonna make sure she stay on her feet. We gonna give her this and raised already $100,000. You understand? So, hey, let's give it to her. No explanation. Black folk, you got to tell them everything. Show them your social security goddamn number, everything. Where you gonna be? Who you gonna do? What? How many people? Where the people at? How we know them people really messed up? You dig? This is where we at with it. Several donations to the fundraiser have come with notes supporting Will C's comments, expressing racist sentiments and calling for Somali immigrants to be deported. Of course, Cinnabons made a statement. We are aware of the deeply troubling video involving a former employee at the independently owned and operated Cinnabon Bakery in Wisconsin. The individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. And that's where it's at. You dig? So, hey, they saved Karen, even though she did that bullshit. And most of them can keep doing it because it's a play. They're going to come out and support. What kind of support we get? I'm just want y'all to know. Okay? I'm showing you how people become complicit in watching others struggle and talking of their own struggles and not doing shit about it. No organizing, no strategizing, no putting their all into it. Okay? And on that note, like I said, I gotta run. I have to run. Right? We spoke about father daughters. I got daddy duties and shit. My baby girl got to get to school. Okay? A student. I gotta get her there because it's cold as I would. Any given time, another ass getting on that bus, but it's 20 degrees outside, so I'm gonna be nice and keep spoiling her and shit like that the way I do. Like I said, I'm the cleanest. Okay, my ass feel like goddamn Jeffrey. I'm the motherfucking chauffeur, cook, doctor. Every damn thing in here, the construction man, hustle man. So I got to get her to school, right? So I don't have time to get in. And y'all can watch the replay while I talk about them nasty ass black clothes, urban sportswear that some dude, and y'all still ain't tagged the dude. Matter of fact, tag the dude, put his name in the comments so I can get directly at that. Because I don't want to miss that. Because ain't nobody wearing that shit. Ain't nobody wearing no old Canard cross colors, none of that bullshit. I don't care how black it is. Shit is old and dated. And once you see a custody in that shit, who want to wear that? I don't want to wear that shit. It ain't about being black. Alright? So again, as I always say, man, listen, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. I love my peoples. Y'all could do it. Y'all could do. You have everything inside you. God is in you. You are a manifestation of that. You don't need nobody to tell you nothing different. Tap into that shit and be around people who's going to encourage you to do that, to be the universal truth. All right? Guard your mind. Guard your mind. And come back. Oh, yeah. Don't think I ain't see what's going on in the news. Yeah, I'm going to get right to it. I know what the hell y'all talking about with New York City and all that. I'm going to get right to it. I seen the dumb shit. Mayor's a fuck clown. Or we in for some shit. Because they try to get rid of old Eric Adams talking about he's a friend of Israel. We about to see who's the real friend. So we going to have class tonight if I can get dinner straight, if I can stay on schedule. You understand what I'm saying? Don't worry about it, Merklo. We gonna get deep. Now, you know I got one in the chamber. I've been waiting for this shit. All right? I love my people. Be safe. Come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Remember, some war going on, yo. Be militant. Remain militant. Guard your body. And 55 gang. Get y'all grades.